Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. Trust me, as someone who's been in the trenches, scouting players, dissecting trades, and living the ups and downs of NFL seasons, this is an unfolding narrative that could reshape the landscape of pro football as we know it. We're not just talking about a routine offseason move. What we're looking at is potentially one of the most significant trades in recent memory. It's got front office executives, coaching staffs, and fans buzzing with speculation and excitement. The ripple effects of this trade could alter the strategies of multiple franchises for years to come. Now, I'm about to take you behind the scenes of what could be a blockbuster transaction that has everyone talking. And believe me, you won't want to miss this. Before diving into the details of the trade rumors, let's break down the current state of the Dallas Cowboys and why they might be primed for a game-changing move. Last season was a roller coaster ride for the Cowboys, and not in the good way. Under the leadership of Brian Schottenheimer, who was in his first year as head coach, the Cowboys seemed poised for a playoff push, but faltered down the stretch. They went from being a Thanksgiving Day contender to falling out of the postseason conversation entirely by the end of the regular season. It was a significant letdown, considering their previous consecutive playoff appearances under former head coach Mike McCarthy. So, what went wrong for the Cowboys, and where do they need to improve? If we dissect the Cowboys' performance from last season, several glaring weaknesses become apparent. Firstly, their offensive unit, which had shown flashes of brilliance, struggled with consistency. Despite playmakers like C.D. Lamb in their ranks, their passing attack was erratic, often stalling in crucial moments. The offensive line, once the hallmark of the Cowboys' powerhouse identity, saw injuries and inconsistent play hamper their effectiveness. This left their quarterback without adequate protection, leading to rush throws and a higher turnover rate. The analytics further paint a picture of an offense in need of revitalization. According to advanced metrics, the Cowboys ranked in the lower half of the league in red zone efficiency and third down conversions, two critical areas that decide games in today's NFL. On the defensive side, the Cowboys were undergoing a significant restructuring. With Christian Parker stepping in as the new defensive coordinator, the team was in transition. The defense saw some bright spots, but lacked the cohesion and killer instinct required to dominate games. They had issues with giving up big plays, ranking poorly in terms of yards allowed per game. Additionally, the sudden departure of key players like Trayvon Diggs just added to the defensive woes, leaving the secondary vulnerable and often exploited by opponents. For the Cowboys, the solution to their problems doesn't just lie in shoring up the defense or tweaking offensive schemes. They need a piece that can elevate the team, a versatile talent who can produce instant results and provide veteran leadership. And the solution is out there, waiting to be seized. What if I told you the perfect fit for the Dallas Cowboys is none other than Dallas Goedert? Yes, you heard that right. The Philadelphia Eagles tight end might just be the missing link for the Cowboys' resurgence. Let's take a deep dive into Dallas Goedert's game film to understand why he is being touted as the ideal acquisition for the Cowboys. First and foremost, Goedert has been an absolute monster in the red zone, a critical area where the Cowboys have struggled. This past season, he shattered the Eagles' franchise record for tight ends by hauling in 11 receiving touchdowns. His ability to create mismatches against defenders makes him an elite goal line threat. When you watch the film, it's evident how Goedert uses his 6 feet 5 inches, 256-pound frame to his advantage. He excels at making contested catches, often outmuscling smaller defensive backs for the ball. His catch radius is simply phenomenal, providing quarterbacks with a larger margin for error. In terms of run blocking, Goedert combines brute strength with solid technique, which made him one of the top blocking tight ends earlier in his career. His understanding of blocking schemes and ability to engage defenders effectively could be instrumental in revitalizing the Cowboys' run game. Even though his role as a blocker has diminished with age, his football IQ and experience mean he could still contribute significantly in this area, especially when paired with a cohesive offensive line scheme. However, it's not just his physical attributes that make him an attractive prospect. It's his postseason pedigree. Goedert has been part of playoff campaigns where the Eagles scored an NFL record 145 points, proving he knows how to perform when the stakes are highest. Despite his production dipping last season with a career-low average under 10 yards per reception for the first time, His knack for finding the end zone kept him relevant. His experience and playoff acumen could be invaluable assets for the Cowboys, who are desperate for players who can perform under pressure. The buzz around Goedert isn't just limited to his on-field performances. The key player in this potential trade is Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner and general manager, who is known for his bold moves. Given the Cowboys need to make a statement this offseason, trading for Goedert aligns with their strategy to return to playoff contention. The Eagles, on the other hand, face a pivotal offseason decision regarding Goedert, as he is set to hit unrestricted free agency. With no extension in place and the draft looming, Philadelphia might be inclined to move Goedert to acquire assets or cap space. Compensation packages for a player of Goedert's caliber could be complex. Considering his market value and the need for both teams, the Cowboys might have to part with a combination of draft picks and possibly a young player. The Eagles possess the 23rd overall pick, indicating they are looking to inject youth into their roster. They could use this opportunity to draft a tight end prospect like Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon, further motivating them to let Goedert go. The Cowboys could offer a draft pick package, potentially including a second-rounder and a player, to entice the Eagles. From a salary cap perspective, the Cowboys would need to navigate some financial gymnastics to fit Goedert's contract into their plans. With the massive extension given to CeeDee Lamb, cap space is limited, but restructuring existing deals and making strategic cuts could create the necessary room. The Cowboys might also consider extending Goedert's contract in a way that front-loads bonuses and spreads cap hits over multiple years, thereby softening the impact on their salary cap. Analyzing the potential winners and losers of this trade scenario, the Cowboys emerge as immediate contenders. They get an elite tight end, bolstering their offense, adding a veteran leader, and addressing a key area of weakness. Meanwhile, the Eagles would gain valuable draft assets, setting the stage for building a younger core while freeing up cap space for other pursuits. Though losing a player of Goedert's stature might seem like a setback, the potential long-term gain and flexibility provide a strategic advantage in their team-building efforts. Assessing Goedert's fit with the Cowboys coaching staff, it's clear that his skill set complements the team's current offensive scheme. Brian Schottenheimer, known for his adaptable play calling, could use Goedert in various formations and packages, enhancing the offense's versatility. Goedert's ability to line up in different spots, from inline to the slot and even split out wide, allows the playbook to open up considerably. He could quickly become the go-to target in crucial situations, pairing well with CeeDee Lamb to form a formidable receiving duo. In comparison to similar players in the league, Goedert stands out with his combined catchability and blocking prowess, though his recent dip in yards per reception prompts questions about his explosive potential moving forward. However, when projecting his impact, the best-case scenario sees Goedert revitalizing the Cowboys' offense, leading them back to playoff contention and becoming one of the league's top tight end performers. In a worst-case scenario, if age or injuries catch up, his veteran presence would still offer significant off-field benefits, mentoring younger teammates and enhancing locker room culture. My professional opinion on this potential trade is it's a risk worth taking for the Cowboys. They need a spark, a defining piece that can lead them back to the playoffs and beyond. Dallas Goedert fits that mold. His arrival would send a message to the league that the Cowboys are serious about competing now. Though not without its challenges, this trade could define the Cowboys' trajectory for the next few years. As for what to watch for, keep an eye on any official statements or leaks from team insiders that hint at trade negotiations. Pay attention to the Eagles' draft strategies, as their choices could provide clarity on Goedert's future. Also, monitor the Cowboys' cap adjustments and roster moves, as they might indicate preparations for a high-profile acquisition. In terms of timeline expectations, should this trade occur, it's likely to go down close to the draft or shortly after free agency begins. Both teams will want to maximize their leverage heading into a decision of this magnitude. If executed well, this trade has the potential to be the catalyst for the Cowboys' resurgence, showcasing how a single strategic move can alter the course of NFL history. Stay tuned, because this is one story that's about to unfold in a big way.